It's Madden NFL 23. We'll get a look at Joe Burrow. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Bengals and the Browns, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium, right on the banks of the Ohio River. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bengals in this matchup, they're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 14 carries, 63 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
From the 29, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hurt. Get out and tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Throwing on third down, Watson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. Here's the option going left on second down. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, Watson. He finds Robinson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. 2nd and 4. Now Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. The way things have been going in this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play, and they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the 1st half. Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular one it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the 1st half. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Watson. And he's going to go down again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts?
No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time. On 1st and 10, Watson. Wide open. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Faking the give. Now Watson. Pressure comes and down he goes. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Watson now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, Barnett, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. They run it again with Chubb. And some space here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Watson's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the 50, it's Watson. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
So a decent gain there, but not their fourth consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Watson looks to throw again. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, Watson drops it off for Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. To the air yet again, Watson. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. On first down, it's Watson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. This whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. They'll need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bengals are going to get it back. Watson on 1st down. They set up the screen to Chubb.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Back to throw, Watson. There's another catch by the running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Cincinnati, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Browns, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.